Everybody, and I hope you guys are all doing well during these sad times of COVID. It's hit India pretty bad, and I have a lot of my friends and family going through this, including people right around me. But I just hope this phase gets over soon. Since we are anyways sitting at home, I thought I should do a couple of these reviews on certain products that I bought recently, and I thought you guys would be very interested. So, to start with, we've got two pieces of equipment which are extremely advanced in their own way. Because the moment I bought the first one, I was super happy with what quality I got. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I have both the boxes available here. Let's have a look. So one of these was released in 2018 and the next version was released in 2020 and it reached India somewhere in around March, April of 2021. I'm sure you guys would like both these pieces of equipment. As much as the first version was fabulous, the second one's got a lot more on offer. Any guesses what I'm talking about here? Well, no, I'll show you. So what are we waiting for? Let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. The first one is the Wireless Go 1, and here I have the Wireless Go 2. Both these pieces of technology are really advanced, and they can help you go a long way when it comes to recording interviews of people. The first one did fabulously well, and the second one beats the first one. Like they sometimes say, you need to be your own competition. And that's exactly what Rode's done with this amazing piece of equipment. I've come a long way from using Sennheisers, the classic gold standard in wireless recording, the EW100G3, whereas the Rode Filmmaker kit, which was an intermediary between this and the first version, which was the Sennheiser, which I had. I think ever since I bought the Wireless Go, there was absolutely no reason to actually go back and use the Sennheiser or even the Rode Filmmaker kit, because the Rode Filmmaker kit is pretty big, has a good range, comes with its own lavalier microphone. The Sennheiser is extremely good, uses slightly older technology, whereas it comes with an additional microphone, which is the MKE6, if I'm not wrong. I'm not too sure about the model, but it comes with its own lavalier mic, which is really good and couples well with these. But the reason why I love these is because of its sheer size. It's really small. It's so small that you could just put the entire kit into your pocket and move around. Of course, I wouldn't do that because there's a high chance of losing out that one single small cable, which could prove to be really expensive because Rode prices their products pretty well. Actually, pretty well, because this came for something close to around 19 to 20,000, and this I think came to around 30,000. So if you look at it cost-wise, one costs somewhere close to say $220, while the other costs $320. Both come with wireless recording, but for now, the only visual difference that you would see between these two. So this comes with only two units, one being a receiver and one being a transmitter. In this, what makes it very interesting, like one of my friend actually told me when he purchased this just 4 months ago, he said, how nice would it be if Rode came up with a microphone set which could interview two people. Say, how about having two transmitters and one receiver, so you could do an interview with the ease of just one receiver on your camera or recording equipment. And that's exactly what Rode did with this Wireless Go 2 kit. So it comes with two transmitters to send you the audio you need, and comes with one receiver so you could record with just one single receiver. So let me run you through quickly between what's new in the Rode Wireless Go 2 as compared to Wireless Rode 1. So in Rode 2, you have onboard display which shows you both the transmitters transmitting their sound information. So if you want to know if you're peaking on any of these channels, then you'll easily know. So at the moment, we're recording this particular video with an A7 III with a Rode video mic mounted on it, and we've got a Rode NTG2 a shotgun microphone on a Rode boom pole connected right into my Zoom H6. So I've got a lot of Rode happening, and I'm wearing a Rode cap too. So coming to this, I'm going to tell you what are the new things you get with the Rode Wireless Go 2. So there's no more the hassle of carrying two sets of these so that you can record two people at the same time, which would also mean you need to put in two channels, you need to have a mixer, and then probably write into one. The other option would be to have two individual sets like this, which would go into a Zoom H6. That would be another combination where you could record two channels separately. But this piece of equipment promises that it can do it in the box, meaning if I connected this receiver to my camera, I have two options: either to channel the left channel into the left channel of the camera, the right channel or the second mic into the right channel of the camera. So what you can do with Wireless Go 2 is that all this is inbuilt and is available right out of the box, which means if I connect the stereo cable into the camera, I have two options. One is to do a premix and send the complete premix with left and right audio from both the mics into the left and right channel, either separately or as a mix, so that each of these channels aren't separate, but it's just an ambient mix of both the people speaking. So that option can be set on or off through one of these receivers. The second big advancement in this is that it comes with in-transmitter recording, which means although you have a receiver, both the transmitters can record audio of their own. And guess how many hours it does? Each of these transmitters can record up to 7 hours of uncompressed audio, or up to 24 hours, or I think it was 40 hours of compressed audio. So it's not as easy as just copying and pasting the file from the Rode transmitters. It involves a process, not too cumbersome, but if you've got the Rode software installed, you could download it from their website. Each of these can be connected and you can actually transfer that file, or I would rather use the word convert that file into something like an MP3 or a WAV file when you want to use it. So the best part is if you enable it when you connected the transmitters to your computer. What happens is even if you lose some audio while you're doing the recording, and if some cable went loose or you had a problem, any sort of technical snag, that gets recorded right into the transmitter. So that's a big deal. Third on the list, don't go away before I tell you what's the next best thing, because you could just connect this device right into your Apple iPhone or your Samsung phone, and it will convert that into an actual wireless mic. So these are some of the benefits that this comes with. So let's go ahead and actually see what's inside the box. So this box, although it looks sealed, we managed to get the contents out of it without opening it. So I'm going to show you what we have on offer. So I put that stuff, all the stuff that came in the box, into a pouch, which is easy to carry. The good part is it also comes with its own pouch. So let me show you. So this is exactly what you get right out of the box. You've got 3 receivers. And before I forget, let me tell you about one. So this is what you've got inside the box. And before I forget, let me tell you what it comes with. You can see all the 3 here. They're lined up. This little pouch holds all these 3 together, but doesn't hold the cables. So we've got 3 of these. The pouch, little instruction manuals, 3 of these cables which are used to record. In addition to this, we've got 3 charging cables, the USB normal to USB-C, again USB normal to C, and 1 patch cable, which is a stereo to stereo cable. I know why they've changed the design from the coiled cable to a flat cable, but maybe they have a good reason to do that. Well, that's exactly what comes out of the box. We've got these wind muffs, which sit much better compared to the previous versions. The previous versions just had a clip-on design, whereas this has got a twist-on design, which makes it easier to twist on and it's not going to fall off. The older muffs uh, were much more simpler. They just had to be pinned on, clipped on, but they would just fall off as and when you applied a little bit of pressure. Of course, they give you one extra, and here you got two of those plus one extra, so you got three totally. And that's exactly what comes in the box. So just as any other customer who probably had a Zoom H6, I thought I could go ahead and just connect this right into this module using the stereo pin which comes on the XY module. But when I connected it, I had a lot of disturbance. So I was surprised. I was like, do I have a lemon in hand? Because I was not too sure whether this was a defective piece, because there was just too much of feedback coming in when I tried recording. So what did I do? I contacted Rode. I looked up YouTube to see if there are any other videos which are catering to the same issue. And there was one bloke on a US site, or rather on a US YouTube channel, and he spoke about the same issue that he faced, and he was very disappointed with it. So what did he do next? He spoke about the problem, voiced it out on his YouTube channel, and guess what? Rode got him free replacements of 3 cables which he needed to connect this to this, the Zoom Wireless Go 2 to the Zoom H6, and whoosh. And what happened next will amaze you. That issue didn't exist anymore. But when I contacted them, and guess what happened? That issue completely was resolved. So when I contacted Rode and told them that I'm facing the same issue, and if they could help me out with this, they only directed me back to this American bloke's video. And when I saw it, that's exactly what he did. He got around 3 things for free from Rode, probably because he is an influencer. We have 2 kinds of influencers. One is the virus and one is this influencer. So if you're a part of an influencer community who's got a massive following, then Rode would never take a chance with you. Why? Because if you made a video and 1,000 people saw it, then they would be at the risk of losing business for their products. But in my case, I was no influencer. I'm just beginning to do these interesting videos, if I may say. And that's exactly why I didn't get a free replacement. Rode just wrote back to me saying you have to purchase those 2 adapters. So what did Rode tell me? They told me you have to purchase those 2 adapters and you also have to get a breakout cable. So this cable cost me around, I'd say $20. Around $20. And these 2, this cost me around $25 and this cost me another $25. So that's a total of $80 that I had to spend to make this device compatible with this. So when I got back to them, a lot of people actually told me that Rode would not send it free of charge and it was not their fault. But hell be it, they gave it to one customer, so they didn't give it to another customer. So I look at it as being very different in your approach to customer service. But hell, who cares? I managed to buy these. It just cost me around $80, and I think it's fine. Let's leave Rode for a bit. But I'm advertising for them after all. I got this cap free from them. They're not going to give me anything more free because I purchased these myself. This was sent complimentary to me when I took part in the Rode video contest. So they make a lot of money by advertising themselves and send you a free cap. So that's not bad at all. So no complaints. Let's move forward. So when I tried recording these, what it actually does is the receiver actually takes. So let's get back to this. So what else does it do? So when you connect these devices through the USB cable, you can just about update the firmware right on your computer by just connecting this through the USB cable, the charging cable. So you've got 3 charging cables, no charger because I think we've got enough chargers all around us, and it makes sense to not probably ship a charger with every single piece of equipment. saving you costs and also saving the earth from some sort of environmental disorder and saving the earth from some sort of environmental disaster. So I think those things are pretty good. Let's move on to seeing how these work. So each of these have an inbuilt battery just like the previous version. You just need to record it. One of the big pluses of this new piece compared to the old piece is that they've said the range of these wireless receivers has just been improved so much that you now don't have to worry about the 200 feet transmission length that this had when it was made. So that's one big plus point, along with several other pluses that make this an absolute killer deal. So coming back to these, you just switch them on by holding on to this power button, both of these, and they just about auto connect. So there's absolutely no process of connecting them together. They're automatically coupled and you just need to switch it on and it gets connected. Coming to this, if you want to connect it to your Zoom, you will have to get one of these breakout cables which connects to the receiver on one end, this, and you get two mono channels, which again are the TRS pin, which is the stereo pin. So you will get stereo audio on each of these channels. So now that we've got this done, what happens to this is your left and right channel are split as individual channels which can go into your Rode. The older cable would give you a TRS to TRS, which means if you use the XY module on your Zoom recorder, you were able to record X and Y channels as a single line, but as two channels under the left and right module because it supported stereo. But that doesn't supposedly happen right out of the box with this cable. And Rode blames Zoom for it, and Zoom has said they're going to look into it. So at the moment, it's still under discussion. When I have an update, I will let you guys know about it. So I hope you enjoyed this session. We will take some time to come up with another video where we talk about the performance of these mics. I've used this on a shoot or two and they were fantastic. I have no complaints whatsoever. I completely agree that the issue got resolved when I used these three pieces of equipment, but we have a long way to go, and the portability that these three little mics or two little mics with one receiver offer is unmatched, and I would not think twice before advising you to go for the Rode Wireless Go 2. It's an amazing piece of technology that comes in such a small package that you could put all these things into a little pouch and carry them around if you just needed wireless audio recording anywhere. So go ahead, what are you waiting for? Go get your $300 Rode Wireless Go 2 microphone set and you'll be super impressed with the quality that it offers. I hope you guys enjoyed this first session, and we'll be coming up with a lot more because we are all in a lockdown. It's a pretty sad state of affairs, considering the fact that we're all running low on oxygen, people aren't getting beds, and I really hope and pray that this particular phase gets over soon so we can be alive and rocking, making a lot more videos going forward. Thank you, and